location for all Hoffy product.
Hoffy, local and so great. Your car is an important part of your life, so make sure you're taking care of it. That's why I go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, where they offer stay-in-your-car service while you wait. Locations all over Southern California. SoCalValvoline.com.
Hey LA County, Anthony Bonda here. Strike out illegal dumping and help keep our community safe and clean. Report illegal dumping when you see it. For more info, call 888-CLEAN-LA or visit cleanla.com. This message is brought to you by LA County Public Works.
It's Andre here. Summer's here, and it's the perfect time to kick back, relax, and fire up the grill with friends and family. My amigos at Superior Grocers have made it easy with a wide variety of fresh quality beef, pork, and poultry. Always tender and juicy and flavorful. Superior Grocers has all of your grilling needs and sides. Fresh corn, watermelon, soda, fresh tortillas, and more. Come in today and stock up on all your grilling essentials. For the latest deals and specials, download the Superior Grocers app. Superior Grocers. Quality, variety, and value.
This day in Dodger history.
Place in history? Got that.
July 18th, 1939. The Boston Red Sox send 21-year-old farmhand Pee Wee Reese to the Dodgers for $35,000. The future Hall of Famer would become a crowd favorite, helping Brooklyn win 7 pennants in 16 seasons. As we reflect on the past, it's important to plan for the future. Empower yourself and empower your family. Start the conversation about aging and find resources at aging.ca.gov. This is Morongo Casino, Dodgers on deck. On your home for the blue all season long.
It's the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. First game back after the All-Star break. Tyler Glass now on the mound. Time now for the Verizon startup as we are 35 minutes away from first pitch and the start of the game. Now at Verizon, you can lock in your low price for 3 years, so you can save big. Visit the Verizon store today.
And now, joined by David Massey, here's LA Dodgers broadcaster and World Series champion Dodger, Rick Monday.
All right, this is the space Rick Monday usually occupies, but Rick's on vacation, so I thought, why not tap into one of, in my opinion, the best play-by-play man in Major League Baseball right now. That's the one and only Brewers broadcaster, Jeff Levering, who's a SoCal kid coming back home. Jeff, thanks a lot for the time, and great to have you back in L.A.
No, it's great to be here, David, and believe me, your check is in the mail for saying those nice things. All of that stuff is not true, but thank you. It's great to be back.
It is true, and I remind the Brewers they're renting you.
I find that hard to believe as well, but if I'm on rental, then I'm on a long-term rental, that's all.
What's it like this season for you, just broadcasting without the presence of Bob Uecker?
Yeah, it's been tricky. It depends on, everywhere we go, we feel it. Even coming back to Dodger Stadium, one of his last playoff series on the road was here in 2018. So we're always reminded of him, and even though he's not here in person, he's always with us, and it feels much like coming to Dodger Stadium and not seeing Vin Scully. I know he's been gone for a few years now and even retired back in 2016, but you always feel the presence. That's how it is in Milwaukee with you, too. We always feel it.
Do you have any tip of the cap to him when you broadcast this year?
We've always done something. I think at the beginning of the year, the first home run that the Brewers hit this season, it was either going to be myself on radio or Lane Grindle on the radio saying his catchphrase of get up, get out of here, gone. Yeah. That was a one and done. We'd said it one time for the first home run of the season, and now Vinny Capra is no longer in the Brewers organization, and that call has been retired forever. That was his call. We had to talk to the family, make sure they were okay with us doing that. They gave us the blessing, and it was a one and done for the call. So that's his, and we'll live and die with Bob Uecker.
That's the great voice of Jeff Levering, who's in town with the Brewers, and it feels like the Brewers, speaking of 2018, are as good as they have been since 2018. Is that the right feel?
It's a special group. I mean, 2018 had some pretty great names, and that was Yelich's MVP year, and he's playing pretty darn well. Maybe not an MVP caliber, but he has led this team to where they are right now with 19 homers, 60-plus RBIs. Maybe not the best batting average, but he's been on a tear for the last 2 months. It's a fun group, and it's built on pitching. It's built on defense, not hitting a lot of home runs, but scoring a ton of runs, and nobody can score runs the way the Brewers have in the last 3 weeks. They've had the best record since the middle middle of May. I don't think they can die with just people stepping up and people underestimating these players. Look at the Brewers bullpen. It's mostly a group of DFA guys. Yeah. And they get an opportunity to succeed. The Brewers have had a way of getting the absolute best out of a ton of relievers. And even if you go back to that 18 season, you go with a Jeffress, a Knebel, and a Josh Hader at the back end of that bullpen. Josh Hader has come and gone as a closer. Then you bring in Devin Williams, who's a closer. Now he's a Yankee. Trevor McGill is now a closer. So they have had a great formula for success of getting the best out of these players and really lighting a fire underneath them of being cast-offs from other organizations. And they come and they find a home in Milwaukee, and they've thrived.
And like you mentioned, the one constant has been Westlake Village's own Christian Yelich. It felt like he just couldn't find it for 2 years. He was grounding, walking on grass, barefoot, just trying to find something. What did he find at the end of May this year?
I think really, and you could go over the last couple of years, after his 2019 season with the patella fracture, at the end of the season, Cody Bellinger ends up winning the MVP. Could have made an argument that Yelich could have won the MVP in 19. Fractures his kneecap. He was different for a couple of years. He did not look comfortable at the plate. He had some lingering back issues. He cleared through that, and I think starting in 2023-ish, he started to feel more comfortable. And even last year, he's leading the National League in batting average before his back flared up, ended up having surgery. He looks like a different guy this year. He's DHing all the time now. I think that's helped him. You got to learn a different way to go about your daily routine as a DH. You're essentially pinch hitting 4 times a day. So he had to learn how to do that. And I think for him, he bought into it in the middle of May. He crushes the ball in Pittsburgh, and it took one series in Pittsburgh for him to find his swing, and it's been the same Christian Yelich from 18, 19, and the beginning of 24 that we're seeing here in 25.
Jeff Levering's got to save those golden pipes for the Brewers broadcast, but before I let you go, the Dodgers are not going to see Jacob Misiorowski this series. They saw him in Milwaukee. They got a taste of it. Kershaw knows who he is now, Jeff. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's not that baby giraffe out there twisting his ankle out on the mound. I think everybody knows who Misiorowski is now. Now he goes to the All-Star game after pitching in 5 big league games. He is must-watch television. I know it was Paul Skeens last year. Misiorowski beat Paul Skeens earlier this season, then took on Kershaw in his next home start. I think he's here to stay. He's fun to watch, there's no doubt.
All right, Jeff, I have a feeling I might be going back to Milwaukee in October. I'm super excited. Thanks a lot for the time, and always great to see you back in L.A.
I appreciate it, Dave. Stay away from the slide. You can have as many brats as you want, but no slide for you.
Okay, thank you for the PSA. Tim, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Great to hear from Jeff Levering, one of the good guys out of Chapman University, just like our own Stephen Nelson. That's the Dodgers game plan. What's your game plan? How about starting your future to California Community College? Financial aid's available to help you with tuition, books, and sometimes even the rent. It's time to take that next big step. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at ICanGoToCollege.com. Still to come here on Dodgers on Deck, we'll get you a preview of this pitching matchup. Stephen and David will be back with the keys to the game, but up next we go high and tight with Mookie Betts. It's the Dodgers and the Brewers on this Friday night post All-Star break. First pitch at 7:10. I'm Tim Cates. It's the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Delta Airlines doesn't just help you see the world, they help you embrace it. Delta's dedicated teams make your travel experience extraordinary, anticipating your every need with genuine care throughout your journey. The app puts you in total control, and with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi, you can stay connected to what matters most. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and Sky Miles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey as enjoyable as the destination.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
All at no cost. Discover why more people choose LA Care for Medi-Cal than any other health plan. Visit lacare.org/Medi-Cal today. That's lacare.org/Medi-Cal.
As we were saying, this is Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the official home of LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers and the Brewers, Tyler Glasnow and Quinn Priester, the pitching matchup. First pitch coming up at 7:10 as Ron Cey is being inducted into the Legends of Dodgers baseball, the 9th member of that class. Dusty Baker, Oral Hershiser, Steve Garvey, Fred Clare, Mike Scioscia, and, of course, his former infield mate, the great Bill Russell, also here in attendance as they honor Ron Cey. First pitch coming up at 7:10. Dodgers baseball brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com.
David Vassay. And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
I'm with 8-time All-Star, 6-time Gold Glover, MVP, and don't forget it, the one and only Mookie Betts. Thanks a lot for the time, and great to see you again.
Yes, sir. It's good to be back.
Did you have Vassay withdrawals during the All-Star break?
I did. That's why the first thing I did was come see you.
How was your All-Star break? I'm sure it was great just to get some R&R.
Yeah, I was kind of talking with my wife. This is the first time in a long time I've gotten a break, and really getting to go home and hang out with the kids, see my parents, and just kind of, like you said, get a little R&R. It was a beautiful thing.
I'm not sure if Bree heard me, but on the radio, leading up to the All-Star break, I said I had this vision for Mookie, just hanging out by the pool, somebody bringing him some drinks, not him getting up once, because, I felt like you needed that physical and mental break.
Yeah, I wish that was the case. It was, I went home to Nashville, so it was really hot. So, but no, it was good. I got this, like you said, I got to spend time with the wife, with the kids, and just get to do stuff. Be in Nashville in the summer. I can't even tell you the last time I've been in Nashville in the summertime, and I've been, I'm born and raised there. So it was really just good to get to see some people I haven't seen in a long time.
Did you pick up a bat while you're in Nashville, or did you only pick up a bowling ball?
I picked up a bat every day. Every day. As soon as, every day. I'm not going to stop. Obviously, you know me. I'm not going to. I can't live with what I've been doing, and so I'm doing my best to turn it around. So I definitely put in the effort. Now it's just a matter of showing it during the game. You
always hear in baseball, you can't try to do too much. Is that the same as trying to get that feel back? You can't try to force it?
Yeah, I guess, but it's like if you're not trying, then, it doesn't just fall on you. It doesn't just discover itself. So it's one of those balancing acts where, you don't want to work too hard, but then, how do you find it? And I always err on the end of working too hard, because at least I can go to sleep at night knowing that I did everything I could possibly to find it.
Yeah, you grinding every day is not the question, but did you get the feel in Nashville?
I don't know. I got a lot of feels, even during the year earlier. So, we'll see when the game starts, and I have to just accept what comes, and as long as we win, man, that's the most important thing. And if I can help the team win, whether it's one at bat in the ninth inning or in the first inning or whatever it is, making a play, whatever it is. At this point, I just know you'll be remembered for wins and not necessarily individual performances. So I have to just keep that mindset.
Mookie, for the group, what is the biggest key for you guys to be successful in the second half?
Health, that's first. Just staying healthy, and then after that, man, it's I don't know that there is a certain key, just because you go through so many ebbs and flows, and one minute you're not hitting, and so you really need to focus on hitting, and then one moment you're not pitching, and so you just kind of flow and really just play the game we know how to play, and to make the adjustments we know we need to make, and most of all, just have fun.
Who do you lean on these days, good and bad, as far as your teammates go? We know you got the support system at home, but who really do you lean on, and who leans on Mookie Betts on the Dodgers?
I don't know that anybody leans on me, just because I kind of get in my own world and trying to, especially now, I mean, it's really hard. I'm trying to really find myself, so it's hard to really help other people with their mechanics and whatnot. I mean, mentally, I'm always there for the guys, but for me, I talk a lot to Freddie, Miggy Rojas. I mean, really all the guys just kind of wrap their arms around me and keep me going. But sometimes it takes me to do it. Sometimes I have to lean on myself and really talk to myself in a positive manner, and sometimes that doesn't work either. So it's just a matter of just figuring out who you want to talk to, what it is you want to talk about, because there's many different things that this team supplies with all the vets. That's the beautiful thing about it. And so I don't have anybody in specific, but the Dodgers themselves all help Mookie Betts.
I still keep in touch with your guy, JD Martinez. He's not available these days. He's too busy free diving off the coast in Florida.
Yeah, he's living his best life now, man. He dropped the bat and he picked up everything else. So I'm glad he's having fun.
Did you have a chance to watch the end of the All-Star game? What did you think about the swing-off?
I thought it was really cool, really, really cool. It seemed like it brought something neat, different that everybody really enjoyed, and it still brought the element of pressure, with 3 swings, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching it.
Would you buy in if that was part of a regular season extra inning situation?
I mean, yeah, I think that would be that would make it fun for sure. It's nothing about the game of baseball, but it would definitely make it fun, and at least going into extra innings, we can enjoy it instead of dreading going into extra innings.
Hey, mothers across America love this guy, love this smile. Never forget how good Mookie Betts is, because you are one of the best on the planet, and we look forward to a great second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he goes, Mookie Betts, and he'll receive a gift card to Boulevard Steak, the acclaimed modern steakhouse known for its prime cuts, fresh seafood, and incredible vibe. Just opened a new location in Calabasas. To make your own reservation at Boulevard Steak in Calabasas or Sherman Oaks, visit boulevardsteak.com. Tim, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. As we lead you up to first pitch, Ron Say speaking to the crowd here at Dodger Stadium as he is being inducted into the Legends of Dodgers Baseball, the 9th member to be inducted into this exclusive club here at Dodger Stadium. Coming up next here on Morocco Casino Dodgers on Deck, we'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup as the All-Star break is over. Dodgers back at it, starting a 3-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm Tim Cases, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
Hey, it's David Vassegh. Now is the time to make sure your home is primed for the season with heating products by Navien. We know Navien tankless water heaters gives us endless hot water and big savings. Navien also makes high-efficiency products that deliver comfort in the form of heat to every corner of your home. Now Navien is taking comfort to the next level by introducing a hydro furnace that provides even high-efficiency forced air heat powered by the same proven technology as their water heating products. Visit NavienInc.com/Dodgers.
Let's be honest. Relationships shouldn't be this hard. It's time to say goodbye, grass, because you deserve better. Break up with your lawn and upgrade to a beautiful, low-maintenance, California-friendly garden. Go to BeWaterWise.com and start a new relationship that saves you water today. BeWaterWise.com.
More than ever, you need a friend in the auto business, and Galpin Ford has been that friend for 8 decades and counting, helping families throughout Southern California find the perfect car, truck, or SUV. And it starts with the Bachman family, who have built a culture centered around you, the customer. That approach made Galpin Ford the largest volume Ford dealer in the world. The same approach applies to every Galpin brand, all 12 of them. You design your buying experience. Do it all online with at-home delivery. Shop online and pick up your new car in person, or come to Galpin Ford off the 405 at Roscoe and experience the world-class treatment that thousands receive every month. It starts at Galpin.com.
Tim Cates here to tell you that now at Verizon, you can lock in your low price for 3 years. So now you can save big. And when you switch to Verizon, you can get 4 lines for just $30 per line. Yep, you heard that right. Just $30 per line per month with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and the Brewers. First pitch from Dodger Stadium is coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Quinn Priester on the mound, 7-2, 3.55 ERA, 24-year-old right-hander, former first-round pick of the Pirates in 2019, making his 13th start, 18th appearance, 6-0 with a 2.93 ERA, 47 strikeouts in his last 10 appearances. He's got a lot of run support, too. This is his first time facing the Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow on the mound, 1-0, 3.52 ERA, 31-year-old right-hander's 10th season in the big leagues, making just his 7th start.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
America.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply. Smart spending checking. No fees, just freedom.
Steve Sachs here, and I've been telling you about Alignment Health Plan. Now that I've turned 65, I'm a proud member. Before I enrolled, I did my homework, compared health plans, and Alignment was hands down the one for me. Enrolling was simple with no pressure at all. If you're turning 65 or need a change, call Alignment for personal one-on-one guidance. Visit AlignmentHealthPlan.com today.
Celebrate the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium on Monday, July 21st versus the Minnesota Twins for World Champion Player Rings Night. Be one of the first 40,000 fans in and take home a special World Champion Player Ring presented by Budweiser. This isn't just a giveaway. It's your chance to relive the glory of the 2024 postseason finale and hold a piece of Dodgers history. Feel the championship pride and slide into the ballpark with your favorite people for an unforgettable night. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
They've carried the way for them.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system.
That's the thing. But he is 6-0 over his last 9 starts with an ERA below 3. So the Dodger bats, which again were relatively silent the last couple of weeks heading into the break. I'm really interested to see how they come out and kick off the second half.
Yeah, and I feel like, a lot of these guys, like you mentioned earlier in the show, needed a reset. And we'll see whether or not Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman can get back on track at the same time, at least 2 out of the 3. But when you look at this pitching matchup this weekend, the Dodgers aren't seeing Mizorowski. They're not seeing Woodruff, but they're going to see Freddie Peralta tomorrow. So I feel like they have a very good opportunity to jump over 2 Brewers starters in Priester tonight and Quintana on Sunday.
Yeah, on paper, the Dodgers have that edge in the starting pitching matchup, but as we all know, they don't play the games on paper, Tim. They play between the white lines, and these two teams...
I've never heard that before.
Never. It's the first time. It's not a cliche. No one has ever said that before. First pitch, Tyler Glasnow.
You are going to hate me by the end of this game.
I could never hate you, David Baxter. I could not hate you, DV. First pitch thrown out to Bryce Terang in just a few moments. Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Nelly. Coming up, first pitch, Dodgers and Brewers. Ron Say bobblehead night. The 9th member of the Legends of Dodgers baseball officially going in tonight. Congratulations to the Penguin. First pitch is next. I'm Tim Case. It's the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though.
Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
With the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Want to go to college this fall? Don't let money hold you back. To be eligible for a Cal Grant and to get the most financial aid available, fill out your FAFSA or CATA by September 2nd. If you already submitted your FAFSA but only listed 4-year colleges, that's okay. Just update your application to include the community college of your choice. Keep your college dreams alive and enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
LA County has seen its share of devastation this year, testing the strength of our communities. I'm Dave Roberts, manager of LA's favorite ball club. In LA, we don't give up, we rebuild. And I love a strong comeback story. Our residents heard the call and stepped up in remarkable ways. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder to rebuild. And we're not finished. Water for LA is more than pipes and pumps. It's about protecting what we love, our homes, our health, and our environment. Learn more at waterforla.com.
You and your crew feel like pizza, but you want something a little extra to stretch your meal without stretching your wallet, right? So you kick it old school and head over to Shakey's for a large.
Live from Dodger Stadium, alongside David Bassett, Steven Nelson with you. And wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we appreciate you joining us for the first game of the first series out of the All-Star break. The Dodgers hosting the Milwaukee Brewers. The Dodgers in first place in the National League West. They started this Friday 5.5 games clear of the Padres, though San Diego did win on the road in Washington, so the lead drops down to 5 games as this one kicks off in L.A. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Brewers in second place in the National League Central. A game and a half behind the Chicago Cubs entering Friday, but winners of 7 consecutive games. Part of that win streak, a 3-game series sweep of the Dodgers at American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, just before the break. So Pat Murphy's club comes into Los Angeles red hot. And Dave Roberts and company, they won their last 2 games heading into the break, taking the series from the San Francisco Giants. David Bassett wearing a dozen different hats tonight and this weekend at Dodger Stadium. DV, it's great to be along with you.
Yeah, great to be here with you, Steven. Thank you for having me, and what a special ceremony it was. Just moments ago, wrapping up, Ron Cey being inducted into the Legends of Dodger Baseball, and I thought, rightfully so, the man that caught more games than any other Dodger in history of this franchise, Mike Scioscia, with the best line of the night. Everybody received a life-size replica bobblehead of Ron Cey.
It really was a fantastic start to the night, and the Legends of Dodger Baseball has been a new initiative the last 6 years now, and it's a wonderful way to honor and celebrate the Dodgers of different generations for all generations. And with that, Tyler Glasnow takes the hill. He will have the ball in this series opener. He'll welcome Bryce Terang, the second baseman and the leadoff hitter, to the dish for Milwaukee. Tall righty in the box, and his first pitch is taken. 98 at the knees, but ball one called. We're underway on time, 7:10, 75 degrees here at Dodger Stadium. Today's time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Going over to his left, Kim. He fields it. He spins and fires to Freddie Freeman. And that's the first out of the ballgame. And a dandy at that for Ha-Seong Kim.
Picking up where he left off in San Francisco before the All-Star break. He makes difficult plays look routine, that's for sure.
The lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Tarang, who just grounded out to second, followed by William Contreras, the backstop. Jackson Churio, the star center fielder, will bat third. Christian Yelich, the hometown kid, will clean up as the DH. Glasnow's first pitch to the right-handed hitting Contreras is taken for strike one. And batting fifth will be the first baseman Andrew Vaughn, acquired from the White Sox. He took it to the Dodgers in Milwaukee last week. Isaac Collins bats sixth in right field. And another Southern California kid, Jake Bowers in left. Caleb Durbin at third and Joey Ortiz at short. Glasnow misses low and away with a fastball. A ball and a strike is the count. Glasnow has the ball at the letters. Looks ahead to Contreras and deals. It is a breaking ball. It misses downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Well, this is Glasnow's 7th start of the year, DV, but it really feels like his second. It felt like that turn against these Brewers in Milwaukee was really a season debut.
Definitely a reset to his season, and he handled this lineup pretty well in Milwaukee.
2-2 pitch lands on the inner third with the fastball at 98. That squares the count.
And Glasnow, being a 6'8" type of guy, always talking about his windup, his mechanics, his delivery, pitching exclusively out of the stretch tonight.
His 2-2. Contreras will swing and pop it in the air, foul on the right side. No change in the count. 1 out, nobody on. The top of the first. The Dodgers and Brewers just underway. No score. After Glasnow missed 2+ months with a shoulder injury, out from the end of April, 28th of that month, until July 9th. 9 days ago. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Just dropped the hammer on him.
That's a great sign when the hitters are talking 2 batters into the game right there. I mean, Contreras was talking to the umpire. He was talking to himself, looking for anybody with an ear to listen to what he was saying. That's a great sign for Glasnow.
2 outs, keeps the bases empty. Now Jackson Churio, 21-year-old outfielder, burst onto the scene a year ago for Milwaukee. Swings at the first pitch and pops it in the air, foul on the first base side. That's strike 1.
I'm a big fan of Cheerios. I feel like him and Junior Caminero is basically the versions of each other in different leagues, and I do love Cheerios as well. I know that's what you thought I said.
Initially, I did.
Yeah.
There's another strike from Glasnow. 99 on the heater to make it 0-2. That's certainly going to be one of the hardest pitches we've seen from Glasnow this year. That forces Churio to ask for time. He's granted, but he quickly steps back in. Hitting from the right side, batting .264 on the year. Glasnow into the 0-2. Check swing. He went around for sure. Back-to-back punch-outs for Tyler Glasnow to finish a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. That'll get the Dodgers MVP triumvirate to the plate. Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman on the other side.
Take your fun higher at Harrah's Resort SoCal with the help of Funner California Mayor Martin Short. Test your luck at one of 500 slots or over 50 table games. Then level up your fun with one of Mayor Marty's favorite dishes.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pumped up.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
First starting lineup for the Dodgers on the other side of the All-Star break. Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman to start. Will Smith will clean up behind the plate. Teoscar Hernandez bats fifth in right field. Michael Conforto in the 6th spot in left. And Andy Pages patrolling center. And the last 2, Ha-Seong Kim at second. Tommy Edman at third. Ohtani digs in to face the righty Quinn Priester. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Shohei's first at-bat is brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. The 1-0. Ohtani takes again. This time a strike lands on the outside corner. Ohtani scored more runs before the All-Star break than any player in the National League ever. He waves at a breaking ball and falls behind 1-2.
Did you hear about Ohtani during the All-Star break? Somebody asked him about Decoy, his dog, maybe being part of the throwing out the first pitch, and he said he's taught Decoy some new tricks, so maybe he'll bring him out again.
Priester into his windup, and Ohtani jumps back out of the way of ball 2. A fastball just missed inside. Taught him a splitter, sweeper, perhaps a breaking ball added to the arsenal.
The perfect dog with the perfect player.
On a 2-2, Ohtani watches ball 3 bounce in the dirt on the inside part of the plate. Full count now. The Dodger offense went into the break relatively quietly. Yes, they put up 5 runs in the series finale in San Francisco, but it has been slim pickings of late. On a 3-2, Ohtani swings and pops it in the air, slicing foul on the left field side. He'll stay in there.
Here's the thing, Steven. That first inning by Glasnow is not something we've seen because of the injuries and just the patchwork where the Dodgers are not playing from behind in the very first at-bat of the game. 34 come from behind wins, and it's not just in the 8th inning or 9th inning. It's about playing from behind in the very first inning.
Another 3-2 from Priester. Ohtani strikes out swinging. He got a piece of a high cutter at 93, tipped into the glove of Contreras. That's out number 1. Yeah, I mean, DV, to that point, 97 games played up to this point. The opponent has scored first on the Dodgers in 53 of them. So they have a lot of comeback wins. They have had to come back a lot. All right, now let's see how well Mookie Betts treated himself during the All-Star break. A chance for him to hit the reset button. 1 out, nobody on, no score in the first. He takes the first pitch. It's ball 1 low. Priester deals. Betts watches. There's a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Mookie told us in the pregame show, Steven, that he went back to Nashville with his family, and I asked him whether or not he picked up a bat.
Holds the bat here and takes a second strike.
He said, I picked up a bat every day. I continue to try to get that feel back because if I don't work, then I don't feel like I'm going to get it back.
A 1-2 pitch, and Betts waves at strike 3 on a pitch that was 1.5 feet off the plate from Priester. So the first 2 down for the Dodgers in the first. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News & World Report is once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Now here's Freddie Freeman. First pitch strike from Priester. Well, it wasn't much of an all-star break for Freddie. He and his family made the trip back home to Atlanta for the All-Star game where he started for the National League at first base. He swings through a fastball at 96 from Priester, 0-2.
He told me before the game he was so confused about going back out to first base in the 3rd inning.
And Quinn Priester just struck out the side in the bottom of the first. Ohtani, Betts, and then Freeman all down on strikes. No score, no hits in the...
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about. It's getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Dodgers baseball.
Scoreless ball game as we welcome you back at the top of the second. Brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Tyler Glasnow against Christian Yelich to kick things off. Right-hander deals and the lefty slashes a strike foul on the third base side. A couple of Southern California kids going at it here, DB.
Yeah, I love seeing Christian Yelich back at Dodger Stadium. Grew up in Westlake Village and certainly has been a big part of the LA Strong community. That's a charity that him and Braun started. And Ryan Braun was out here for early batting practice taking BP with the Brewers. So, you know, Dodger fans remember 2011, how Braun edged out Matt Kemp for the National League MVP.
Edged out is one way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yelich swung through a second strike, so 0-2 for Glasnow. These two taking a moment. Glasnow resetting on the mound. Basically straight up on the rubber. And as DB talked about in the first, out of the stretch, the 0-2, a ground ball to second. After a couple hops scooped up by Ha-Seong Kim, he takes an extra beat and makes a good throw to Freddie Freeman for the first out of the inning. For Glasnow, last Wednesday, coming off the injury list after 2+ months, and no decision against these Brewers, but wasn't because of his lack of effort or performance. 5 innings, gave up just 1 run. It was unearned on a Will Smith throwing error. 2 hits, 3 walks, struck out 5, 85 pitches thrown. One out here in the second, Andrew Vaughn to the plate, the right-hander. Takes strike 1, 99 at the knees from Glasnow.
It's going to be a long night for the Brewers hitters if Glasnow continues to throw 99 fastballs and hit the edge of the plate away from righties.
Glasnow deals and just pulls a fastball outside away from Vaughn. It's 1-1. Again at 99. So the mechanics that Glasnow and the coaches and the training staff have been trying to hone in while he was on the injured list, they've done him well. There's strike 2, 100 from Tyler Glasnow on the outside corner.
He's got a lot in the tank. He's been itching to come back and pitch, and now he's on that normal 5-day routine after the All-Star break.
He deals the 1-2, and Vaughn gets a piece of a breaking ball, taps it toward the Dodgers on deck circle. Remains a ball and 2 strikes. And if we're being frank and honest, EV, the Dodgers need Tyler Glasnow to not just post, but shove here down the stretch. Given all the time that he has missed, I'll try again to get Vaughn with another 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Swing and a miss on a pitch off the plate by a foot. That's his 3rd strikeout. And 2 gone in the second.
You know, his teammates have told me that when he gets back on the mound, his stuff, his execution is some of the best they have ever seen. The only challenge has been for him traditionally in his career, including this season, is getting on the mound. But when he's on it, he's one of the best in the game.
2 outs, bases empty. First pitch is low to Isaac Collins, the right fielder, batting from the left side, hitting .259 this year. No score for the Dodgers or Brewers as we're just underway at the Ravine. The 1-0 swung on and hit to the left side. Mookie on the backhand. Jump throw from the grass. Freddie stretched not in time. That is an unreal effort from Mookie Betts. Even though Collins reaches for a 2-out infield single, Mookie Betts nearly put himself on every highlight reel show tonight.
That was Jeter-esque. Nomar-esque at shortstop.
I mean, he was a couple feet onto the grass. Glasnow was ready to celebrate on the mound. He had both arms raised, but even still was giving Betts his due after that play. So the first hit for either side, an infield single for Collins. And now the left fielder, Jake Bauers, who rolls the first pitch to second. Ha-Seong Kim has no problems making that play. And so the 2-out single is stranded by Glasnow, who has worked 2 scoreless innings. We'll have the bottom of the second after this on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The beauty of this jersey is the field texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
If you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Michael Conforto due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. No score against the Brewers. Quinn Priester, who is not a strikeout pitcher, he struck out the side in the first inning, getting Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. It was the first time in his career that he struck out the side in an inning. Now he'll face the all-star catcher. Will Smith greets him with a ground ball through the left side. A one-hopper over the glove of a diving Durbin to his left at third base, and so a leadoff base hit for the Dodgers in the second.
Will Smith, the All-Star, first time starting as the National League catcher. One of the most underrated players in the game because he's so understated.
And I don't know that I've heard it up to this point in the year, but Will Smith, his name needs to be mentioned more in the MVP conversation in the National League. And I believe that sincerely. I know he doesn't get that run on this roster or even nationally for sure, but even locally here in Los Angeles, I don't know that his season is getting that sort of praise, but he has been that important.
No doubt. I mean, Ohtani's on a different planet, of course, but Will Smith, outside of Ohtani's been the most consistent hitter and player the Dodgers have had since the beginning of the season, going back to Tokyo.
First pitch strike to Teoscar Hernandez, who, like Mookie Betts earlier, one of those Dodgers who is trying to catch his breath at the All-Star break, heal up a little bit more, and get ready for a strong second half. On the 0-1, Teoscar swings and fouls the second strike over the net behind home plate. Now, Teoscar, he is never going to talk about an injury. I mean, over the last couple weeks, TV, he's told me, he's told you, he's told everybody, he feels, hey, 100% I'm good, or close to 100%, I'm fine. But it's hard to dispute his numbers off the injury list following that adductor strain.
Well, he's the outfield version of Freddie Freeman. He wants to play 162 games, so we always praise Freddie Freeman, but Teoscar Hernandez is the same type of guy where he doesn't want to take a day off.
Ball and 2 strikes. No score, bottom second. Smith on first, no outs. And Teoscar tips strike 3 into the glove. So that's the 4th strikeout for Quinn Priester. 1 out in the second. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Now Michael Conforto. Whether or not you've been paying attention the last couple weeks, Michael Conforto has turned his season around, and he's got things going the right way. Has strike 1 called against him on a pitch inside. It looked like it missed the plate, but Priester gets the call. Conforto is average at 184. His OPS now at 620. Priester looks back at Smith on first with 1 out and deals home to Conforto. Outside, 1-1.
He might have been one of the Dodgers that did not want to see the All-Star break because he was starting to find it. In his last 15 games before the break, he was hitting .265 with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs.
A ball and a strike to pitch. Conforto, it's it high in the air, shallow left field. Bowers settles underneath it and squeezes the second out of the second inning. It'll be up to Andy Pages. I know a lot of Dodger fans, every Dodger fan was disappointed for Andy that he wasn't able to find a way to get to Atlanta for his first career All-Star game because he certainly was deserving. Hit .285 in the first 93 games he played, 17 home runs, 59 ribbies. That's second on the Dodgers to Shohei Ohtani. First pitch from Priester is in the dirt. I thought with some of the injury replacements or guys opting out of the game, Pages might slide in there, but that was really happening on the pitching side for the National League and less so for the position players. Priester with a closed stance, first base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. Pages watches, strike one.
What really hurt Pages' chances of making the All-Star team was the fact that fans and the players did not vote Juan Soto on. So that was problematic as far as the numbers games go for the roster.
On a 1-1, Pages holds the trigger on a pitch outside. He has the advantage in the account.
And the fact that every team needs to be represented. So the Marlins representative was a young kid having a great season, Kyle Stowers. So, that was part of the equation as well.
2-1, and Pages chases that would have been ball 3, and he pokes it foul into the Brewers dugout. That's the part of the game for Andy. If he can rein that in, he really could be, maybe unstoppable is too strong a word because this is baseball, but that is the glaring hole in his offensive game. But his bat to ball is so good that he makes up for it seemingly more times than not. 2 outs in the second, no score. Smith on first. And now a 2-2 pitch from Priester to Pages. Misses outside, filling the count.
Yeah, Pages has only 5 walks in his last 113 at-bats.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Runner goes, and Pages pulls it foul down the left field side. I joked with Andy about that because it was after June, right? He only had 1 walk the entire month and still posted the 3rd highest OPS for a Dodger in any month in which he walked just 1 or fewer times. And Andy said, "Oh, they keep throwing me. If they throw me strikes, I'm going to swing at them." Up there to swing the bat. 3-2. He swings again and fouls it again. This is a chopper down at the far side of the Dodger dugout. Quinn Priester has been charted as throwing 6 pitches, but really a 3-pitch guy. Sinker, slider, cutter, the main offerings for him. What does he throw here? And another 3-2 to Pages. Smith takes off. And Pages pops it up behind home plate. Contreras tosses the mask toward the dugout, and he slides and makes a catch next to the Dodgers on-deck circle right as he crashed into the net. That is one heck of an effort from William Contreras to retire the pop-out of Andy Pages and end the second inning. So Will Smith's leadoff base hit is stranded by the Dodgers. We move along to the 3rd. No score in L.A.
Shouldn't I be trusted
when it comes to the Dodgers?
Catch from Contreras ending the second. The save of the game brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Go blue, cut green. Get a rebate for removing grass. Visit bewaterwise.com. Tyler Glasnow takes the hill for the 3rd inning. No score for the Dodgers and Brewers. Caleb Durbin swings at the first pitch and fouls back strike 1. Granted, it was a foul pop-out, but still, crashing toward the first row of the dugout club, the net right there. Heck of a play.
Well, he was off his feet for a good second plus before the ball came into his mitt. So once you leave your feet, you're hoping that you're in the right vicinity.
Ball 1 misses low and outside. A fastball from Glasnow at 98. Facing 8-9-1 for the Brewers here in the top of the 3rd. Now the 1-1. That's a good pitch, strike 2. Sun setting at Dodger Stadium. Perfect summer night. Temperatures above 70 degrees still as we approach 8 o'clock here in Los Angeles. Glasnow is 1-2. Swinging a chopper foul toward the Dodger dugout. The flags in center field are at The flags in center field, are at half staff in honor of the 3 Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department deputies who tragically died this morning. And so those flags at half staff and blowing out toward right field. Another 1-2 from Glasnow, misses low and outside. Durbin was acquired from Milwaukee in the Devin Williams trade that sent their former closer, the Brewers' former closer, to the Yankees this past offseason. 2-2, swung on and hit foul on the first base side. Basically, it seemed, from an outsider's perspective, that the Brewers chose Caleb Durbin over Gavin Lux because the Dodgers were in on the Devin Williams conversations. It was ultimately Durbin and Nestor Cortez that came back from New York in exchange for Williams. Glasnow, try again, another 2-2. It's picked in the dirt, now the count's full.
Yeah, I would say Dodger fans know Nestor Cortez a lot better than Durbin, that's for sure.
Freddie Freeman certainly knows Nestor Cortez, the pitcher who threw that the faded first pitch that Freddie Freeman hit out of the park in Game 1 of the World Series. Chopper to the third. Edman handles it on a high hop and throws a strike to Freddie Freeman. That's out number 1 in the third inning. Dodger fans, skip the line at Dodger Stadium. Look around the ballpark for the QR code to scan or order with the Uber Eats app right from your seat or from your couch for that matter and enjoy every pitch, run, and out.
You're not going to see Nestor Cortez in this series. He's on the injured list. And you're not going to see Jacob Mizorowski. He is not scheduled to start in any one of these 3 games, but do not fear, Brewers fans. Clayton Kershaw knows who he is. I mean, what was that about?
Glasnow misses upstairs. Now, Mizorowski, like if you watch his interviews, very sweet kid, obviously young in his pro career, not even just major league career. Glasnow's 1-0. That misses the outside corner, not by much. Ball 2. And I think the way the quote read was harsher than it was delivered. Glasnow's 2-0. Swung on and popped up to second. That's on Kim calling for it on the cut of the grass. That's out number 2. But Brewers fans certainly were all hot and bothered about Clayton Kershaw, who by the way, like, he's in year 18. He's got 4 kids, a 5th on the way. He obviously didn't mean anything by it, but boy, oh boy, did some fans take it the wrong way.
Everybody's so easily offended. 5 starts, 6 starts. How is future Hall of Famer supposed to keep up with everybody?
Ball 1 low to Bryce Terang as the leadoff man comes back to the plate for the second time.
First time the Dodgers faced the Brewers as well. It's not like they're in the same division.
Glasnow's 1-0 inside, nearly hits Terang with 98, ball 2. And I don't know if he was like, is that the guy who twisted his ankle coming off the mound, which is a thing that happened. That was a highlight that everybody was seeing on the medias of social. Now a 2-0 from Glasnow.
I missed
There's
that.
strike 1.
I was watching my Fall Guy reels.
DB, you're hot about it. A little spice with the...
I just don't understand why people in the Midwest, very kind people with great custard, were so offended.
Ground ball underneath the glove of Freddie Freeman, and Freeman's glove came off. Good work by Teoscar to get it in quickly and keep Terang on first with a 2-out base hit. I don't know if Freddie lost a handle on his glove or what, but normally if that ground ball is by number 5, it's in the glove and an out. Reached over to his backhand side and just did not get the glove down far enough, so
he just missed it.
Yep. That's the first ball out of the infield for Milwaukee. Second hit for the Brewers, and now William Contreras. Ball 1 inside from Glasnow.
And that wasn't a routine ground ball. That pitch was smoked by Terang. It's not like it was a routine play.
Freddie makes those look routine for sure, but yeah, that was a well-struck baseball.
104 miles an hour off the bat of Terang.
Swing and a miss, strike 1, levels the count against Contreras. In any event, Glasnow will try and do here in the third what he did in the second, work around a 2-out single. No score so far in the first of 3 for these two teams. The 1-1. It's a curve, and it is called ball 2. It's been a tight zone so far for Glasnow. He's at 40 pitches. Now the 2-1. Swinging a foul ball. There's a little slide step there in Glasnow's delivery. We talked about how he's been in the stretch, even when the bases are empty. But now that there is a runner on, a little different variation.
They've been working with him on that because base stealers were taking advantage of that. And the Dodgers are working with Alexis Diaz as well on a slide step.
And Glasnow pulls ball 3 well outside, well snared by Will Smith on his backhand, going to his right to keep 98 in front of him and keep Terang on first. Terang has speed, 17 stolen bases, keeping an eye on him. 3-2, 2 out. He is going. Swinging a high fly ball to right field. Routine, though, for Teoscar. Settles underneath it, comes back in, and makes the catch to end the top of the 3rd inning. So once again, Glasnow gives up a 2-out base hit, but it doesn't hurt him any.
Baseball
on top of the mountain
on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Steven Nelson, David Vassay, Hae-Sung Kim coming to the plate. Hit up MLBshop.com for the largest and latest selection of jersey, caps, hoodies, and accessories to keep you in the game all year long. Gear up, game on at MLBshop.com, the official online shop of your Dodgers.
Strike 1 to Kim leading off. It's Kim, Edman, and Otani in the 3rd. Kim shoots it in the air to left center field. Churio has a read on it. On the warning track, he reaches up and makes the grab. That'll bring up Tommy Edman. Tommy's first at-bat is presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car or find your next one, all on Edmunds.com. Let's see if Tommy Edman can get it going. Hitting .223, his OPS down to .671. He's 2 for his last 35 as he takes a first pitch strike from Quinn Priester. Scoreless ball game so far as Priester deals again and lands in the strike zone again. Outside 3rd, quickly 0-2. Edman asks for time.
Geez, it feels like when you're not going right. I've never been in those shoes, but players have told me when you're not going right, it feels like you step into the batter's box with 2 strikes on you automatically.
Now the 2-strike pitch from Priester misses low and outside, and that has been the case for Edman for a while now. Again, when he hit the injured list, the ankle sprain, it just threw everything off. 1-2. Tipped in the glove, strike 3. That's out number 2 of the inning. Priester up to 5 Ks here in 2 2/3 innings. Again, he is not a strikeout pitcher.
Tell that to the Dodgers.
Yeah, and tell that to Shohei Ohtani. He was the first one to be sent down via the K as Priester struck out the side in the 1st inning. First pitch to Ohtani. On the ground to third. Scooped up by Durbin. He throws across, and it's a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the third. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce Slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app, and let's play ball. AM/PM.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed a cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Dodgers baseball. And now we return to the Galvin Motors broadcast booth.
Ain't no cure for the summertime.
Top of the fourth inning. Dodgers nothing. The Brewers nothing. First of 3 games for these two teams. The Dodgers trying to deliver some payback to Milwaukee. The Brewers swept the Dodgers in the good land before the All-Star break. And Milwaukee comes out of the break trying to continue their win streak. They already have 7 consecutive wins. They won 8 games in a row earlier this year. So they're trying to become the first team in all the majors to have 2 separate win streaks of at least 8 games. Jackson Chourio to kick things off in the 4th. Tyler Glasnow, first pitch, hit in the air, just left to center field. In front of the warning track, Pajes is waiting. 1 pitch, 1 out for Glasnow in the 4th. I mean, these two pitchers are dueling to start this one, DB.
I mean, the Dodgers need to give Glasnow some runs here. I mean, he's pitching that type of game. He just needs some run support before, it gets a little bit too late in this game.
Now back to Christian Yelich. So it's Hart High School against Harvard Westlake here with 1 out and the base is empty in the 4th. Glasnow trying to keep it scoreless. First pitch misses up and in at 97, ball 1.
See, you're tipping off your Orange County roots. Westlake Village.
Westlake High School. Did I say Harvard Westlake?
Yeah.
The Harvard Westlake is the Wolverines. That's Jack Flaherty. That's Max Fried, Lucas Giolito.
Yes.
And that is Pete Crow Armstrong. Westlake High School, Christian Yelich. I beg your forgiveness, DB.
That's offensive for the Conejo Valley.
I did maybe a beat late, but I did catch the error.
No, I mean, unforced error right there.
Unforced error. Ball 2 downstairs. I'll own it. That is true. I'm a Sunset Leaguer from down in Orange County. So
I have no idea where that is.
That's why we come together and we're taking care of Southern California. On a 2-1, Yelich takes strike 2. That's a great pitch from Glasnow. 98 at the knees, through the front door, basically. Some arm side run, and it froze Yelich. So now the count is square 2-2. The pitch. Chopped off the plate.
This has been a steady diet of fastballs and curveballs. Just Glasnow's doing such a great job of changing eye levels with his fastball and pitching ahead in the count.
That's so key for him. His first pitch strike rate isn't where you want it to be. The 2-2. Yelich is a little late and slices it foul on the ground on the third base side. I mean, entering tonight, Tyler Glasnow, of course, in just 6 starts this year, is just 51.5% first pitch strikes. That's the worst in Major League Baseball among all pitchers with at least 6 starts. We'll try again to put Yelich away. Sits him down. A swing and a miss through 99. Down the pipe from Glasnow. I think the start of the season, DV, with the ineffectiveness, the erraticness with the new mechanics, Glasnow walking everybody, he hardly pitched. He was leaving outings early because of the rain, because of cramps, because of injury. And then he missed 2.5 months, so the Dodgers, some Dodger fans may have forgotten just how nasty he is. He is quickly reminding everybody these first couple of turns, though he misses with ball 1 to Andrew Vaughn. Now the 1-0. That's low and outside, ball 2.
You know, Mike Scioscia being here earlier tonight, he taught me something, Stephen, about just pitchers in general, and something that he used to keep a watchful eye on, and that's how many pitches you're throwing behind in the count.
Oh, look out. 97 runs up and in, nearly hits Vaughn. He ducked out of the way of ball 3.
And Vaughn needs to take a breather from that one.
Yeah.
That was that'll make you wake up.
That's like an unwelcome version of smelling salts. Well, I guess those are unwelcome too. But all right, so 3 balls, no strikes for Tyler Glasnow against Andrew Vaughn with 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss. Fastball in the outside corner.
I'm still traumatized from last week where Andrew Vaughn, who was acquired by the Brewers for basically nothing from the White Sox, first game, hits a 3-run home run, had his biggest series of his career in quite some time against the Dodgers.
Ground ball to second. Ha-Sung Kim handles that and throws to first to retire Andrew Vaughn. It was a ground ball right by the legs of Glasnow, who let Kim do the rest. So Tyler Glasnow pitches a 1-2-3.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker.
And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? It looks like a catcher hitting.
And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Back to the boys in blue, the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
No score, bottom of the 4th. Begins with Mookie Betts. Quinn Priester into his windup and delivers strike 1. So we talked about Tyler Glasnow, DV, and his low first pitch strike number coming into tonight. It's the exact opposite for Quinn Priester, 65.6%. As Betts rolls one foul, just foul along the third base line. That's strike number 2. That mark for Priester, 65.6, that's top 17 in the National League. So for a guy, he's not a strikeout pitcher. He doesn't get a lot of chase, doesn't get a lot of swing and miss. So his whole deal is getting strike 1 and working ahead.
He did that again to Mookie Betts. Mookie's down 0-2.
Ball one upstairs. Yeah, the Dodgers have just one hit. It was a leadoff base hit for Will Smith in the second, but he was stranded there on first. Priester has 5 strikeouts his first 3 innings. 1-2. Roller to third. This is in fair territory. Scooped up off the dirt by Durbin, whose throw is low, but picked by Andrew Vaughn. 1 gone in the 4th.
That's where Mookie does not want it. He wants it up in the air. That's his principles, pillars of hitting. He wants to pull in the air. He hasn't been able to do it consistently. When he does, he drives the ball, but he just hasn't found that feel yet.
Now Freddie Freeman. First pitch up and away, ball one. Freddie's last 37 games, his batting average has tumbled 77 points to 297. Ball 2 from Priester. So you have a 2-month slide, you lose 77 points off your average, and you're still tickling 300. That's how hot Freddie was before this wretched cold spell. 2-0. Up and away, ball 3. Second in the National League in batting average. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's striking out in his first trip to the plate. 3-0. He's got a green light, and he ropes a base hit toward the right field corner. Gets by Yelich all the way to the wall. Freddie Freeman makes the turn. Yelich with a double clutch. Couldn't get it out of the glove quickly enough. Even if he did, it wouldn't matter. It's a stand-up double for Freddie Freeman.
And his proud papa, 4 rows behind home plate, cheering his son on. Great to see Fred Freeman Sr. here, his best #1, and also his hitting coach.
And with that double, Freddie Freeman pulls into a tie with the Iron Horse.
Lou Gehrig.
All-time doubles chart, 42nd all-time. Now Will Smith. Freeman in scoring position. First pitch, rope to third, and Freddie Freeman slides back, but not in time. He is doubled off second base. It was a screaming line drive from Will Smith, but right at Caleb Durbin. Absolutely nothing Freddie Freeman can do, and the 4th inning ends in a blink. So some batted ball luck.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, you know, there's 2 here.
San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Isaac Collins, the first batter for the Brewers, 6, 7, and 8 for Milwaukee, due up against Tyler Glasnow. No score in this series opener. And the 5th inning starts with ball 1 outside. Well, it looked like the Dodgers were going to finally break through against Quinn Priester after Freddie Freeman roped the double toward the right field wall, the short wall. Will Smith then smoked a ball, but led to a double play. Bouncer to the right side. Freddie Freeman scoops it up and steps on the bag, but it is ruled foul. And so Collins will have another shot and count 1-1. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ball on a strike on the left-handed hitting Collins. Ball 2 down and in. It was Collins who produced the very first hit of the game. A 2-out infield single in the second. A little slasher to the left side. Mookie Betts ranging to his right. Fielded it. Jump throw. But not in time to get Collins. Glasnow misses again, down and in with a fastball. Count is 3-1.
Collins did some damage against the Dodgers last week as well. the Brewers are basically the National League's version of the Rays. They lose players, then they develop them, they draft them, they sign them, and all of a sudden...
Glasnow squeezed at the top of the zone, so a leadoff walk here in the 5th.
You didn't like that call, huh?
No, it was just close. No, it was close. It was close. Glasnow was staring in. He thought he was going to get a strike call. He did not. Back to you, DV.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the Brewers are one of those teams like the Rays. They even lost their president of baseball operations to the Mets, and they just keep going.
First pitch upstairs, ball 1 on Jake Bauers.
They lose their manager to the Cubs.
Yep.
Pat Murphy takes over.
They trade away their ace in Corbin Burns. They lose their starting shortstop in Willie Adames. They trade their closer Devin Williams. It has not slowed them down. Swinging a foul ball toward the Brewers on deck circle, 1-1 on Bauers. So, yeah, I think your comparison is spot on. Milwaukee just finds a way. A smart organization in every sense, at every level. 1 on nobody out in the 5th, no score. The 1-1 to Bauers is at his feet. Ball 2.
Doesn't seem like Glasnow has the feel for the slider right now, or he lost it because he's missing by a wide margin.
Here comes his 2-1 pitch. Collins will get a pickoff attempt, but he slides back in time. Jake Bauers, another Sunset Leaguer, same high school, Marina High School in Huntington Beach.
Great scouts out here for the Brewers.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, 97 on the heater from Glasnow. Those same scouts identified an infield prospect at Corona High School by the name of Brady Ebel. Milwaukee just took Brady with the 32nd overall pick in last weekend's draft. So congratulations to Brady, Dino, Shannon, Trey, the entire Ebel family. Heck of an accomplishment. 2-2 swung on and chopped to the left side. Edman has it in the glove, has to get it away quickly. Picked by Freddie Freeman at first. It was a high chopper to third. Tommy Edman had to wait seemingly an eternity for it to drop into his glove, but he still made the throw across, and Freddie Freeman helped him on the other end for out number 1.
Freddie Freeman's consistency is taken for granted. There are so many of those type of throws over the last 4 years that Freddie Freeman has turned into outs that might have been up the line and extra bases. When you have a player like Freddie, you don't take that type of stuff for granted. You can get away with a guy playing third base that hadn't played there since 2022 and making those type of throws.
First pitch well high on a breaking ball from Glasnow. 1-0 for Caleb Durbin.
And that's not a shot at Tommy Edman. It's just a praise of Freddie Freeman, who has saved so many of those type of throws.
Now another pitch upstairs. This time it's a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes for Durbin. So Glasnow certainly hasn't been in the zone as much here in the top of the 5th compared to his first 4 frames. Leadoff walk now on second with 1 out in the 5th. Scoreless ball game until now. Base hit into the left field corner. This is going to get Milwaukee on the board. Gets all the way to the wall. Picked up by Conforto. Hustling to second is Durbin. He has it standing up. It's an RBI double to give Milwaukee the first lead. 1-0 here with 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Well, that was the first test, right? Glasnow trying to incorporate that slide step, and also Dave Roberts talking about the fact when things aren't going right and you don't have the feel, you have to find a way to recenter yourself and make the pitches right there. He left that ball, as they say in the game, center cut, middle.
And so now Durbin takes the place of Collins on second. Still only 1 out. The Dodgers trailing 1-0. Last of the order, Joey Ortiz, the right-handed hitting shortstop, takes ball 1 again. Glasnow can't locate the slider. Well, if Rick Monday were here, he would talk about the leadoff walks, how they kill you. I mean, Glasnow issued his 15th walk of the year. 7 have been leading off innings. And it bit him here in the 5th. Ortiz chases a slider downstairs, swinging through strike 1.
Pitchers will usually tell you in that situation, Steven, that it may not be the home run or that RBI double that irks them the most. It's the leadoff walks. It's any walks.
It's 1-1 to Ortiz. Hooks down and away. That's the fastball that misses location. 2-1. Glasnow at 72 pitches with 1 out in the 5th. Now, outside a 21-pitch third, Glasnow had been relatively efficient in terms of pitches per inning. Now having to grind through the 5th. On a 2-1, Ortiz will swing and chop it to third. Edman has it in the glove, steers Durbin back to the bag, throws to Freddie Freeman, and retires Ortiz. Runner holds on second base.
Dodger bullpen is starting to stir. Alex Vesia starting to stretch. It's that time of the game.
Lineup flips over now, the 3rd time through for Milwaukee against Tyler Glasnow in his 2nd start off the injured list, both coming against the Milwaukee Brewers. That is the first earned run Milwaukee has scored against him. His last start, it was an unearned run allowed. 2 outs, runner on second, first pitch strike to Bryce Terang, and that snaps a dreaded streak that Glasnow had been working on.
10 straight first pitch balls before that strike.
And so that is not what you want. Working from behind. Now the 0-1, and that makes Terang dance. A fastball down and in, 1-1. Sun is setting here in Los Angeles. Cotton candy skies and the clouds beyond the left field lights. Lights shining down on Glasnow ahead of a 1-1 pitch. He looks back at Durbin on second, comes home and misses outside.
Well, this goes back to what Mike Scioscia always talked about as a manager. How many pitches are you throwing behind in the count? If that starts to creep up to 35%, that's not a good thing.
Glasnow behind in the count. Is 2-1. Terang hits it in the air, left field. Conforto drifts over and makes the catch inside the warning track. So a slicing line out for Terang. Strands Durbin on second, but that was after his run-scoring double. Gives Milwaukee a 1-0 lead. We're halfway home.
Reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Alongside David Vassay and our producer and engineer Dwayne McDonald, Stephen Nelson welcoming you back to Dodger Stadium for the home half of the 5th inning. The Dodgers trailed the Milwaukee Brewers 1-0. Teoscar Hernandez is the first Dodger to the plate, and he takes strike one from Quinn Priester. So again, it is a tale of two different pitchers. Glasnow, a strikeout pitcher who doesn't throw first pitch strikes. Priester, not a strikeout guy who throws a ton of first pitch strikes. And Hernandez shoots one down the right field side. It slices out of play. It was right of the pole in the right field corner. It's strike two. Teoscar is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the second. Quinn Priester at just 48 pitches. Incredibly efficient from a right-hander who has been rolling for the Brewers. Teoscar Hernandez behind 0-2. Priester kicks and fires and misses outside. Priester was acquired from the Red Sox before the year in exchange for a prospect and a draft pick. That happened on the 7th of April. And he misses with ball 2 in the dirt. The count squares up against Teo. It seems like it's been a long time, DV, since we have had one of those Teoscar Hernandez moments. One of those big swings. Here comes the 2-2. And he watches strike 3. 94 on the outer third. Teoscar is looking for something else. And so the wait continues for those moments.
Yeah, Teoscar just not sure what's going on with him offensively. I know we talked about the groins limited him in the outfield, but it just seems like he's guessing wrong a lot.
Now Michael Conforto, bases empty, 1 out. The Dodgers down a run in the bottom of the 5th. Priester's first pitch is down below the zone and a ball.
Those pitches to Teoscar were on the outer part of the plate. So there's obviously a book right now on Teoscar Hernandez and Mookie Betts because that's how they're getting themselves out.
Conforto rolls a strike foul off the front of the Brewer dugout, a ball and a strike to count. Yeah, that's their cold zone for sure. And so then it's just about sequencing and executing, mixing pitches, and it seems like they're losing the battle, Betts and Hernandez, more than they're winning them. Up and away, ball 2, advantage Conforto. The Brewers pitching staff continues to stifle the Dodgers lineup. On a 2-1, Conforto takes strike 2. Well framed by Contreras. It catches the inside corner. Conforto granted time. The Dodgers won their last 2 games before the break, but they still have lost 7 of 9, and they scored 2 or fewer runs in 6 of those 9 games. Conforto spoils a pitch foul to see another.
It's going to be tough to score runs, Steven, until Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman start hitting on all cylinders, or at least 2 out of the 3 at the same time.
Another 2-2 from Priester. Conforto strikes out swinging. Quinn Priester with 7 Ks. Back-to-back punch-outs to begin the 5th. Well, especially now with Max Muncy on the injured list for the foreseeable future. Yes, there was a positive update given by Dave Roberts to the media before today's game saying Max looks ahead of schedule, but he's not in the lineup. And so if the Dodgers' big 3 aren't hitting, it's going to be tough for them to win. I agree with you, DV. Andy Pages fouls a strike away because you can't depend on a second-year player in Andy Pages. You can't lean on him. Now, Will Smith has been consistent and steady, but, eventually baseball is going to come for him this year. Michael Conforto has started to right the ship, but they're going to go as their big dogs go. The 0-1 to Pages misses outside. Level count.
That's the way this is built. It's a very deep lineup when everybody's healthy. And Muncy, his function in the lineup means so much more than the statistics that everybody focuses on. Sure, it means something to produce the way he was the last 40 games before he got hurt, but the amount of pitches he sees...
Oh, my goodness. Quinn Priester freezes Andy Pages with a fastball in the outside corner, and he strikes out the side in the 5th. Entering tonight, Quinn Priester had never struck out the side in any inning in his career. He has done it twice, in the 1st and in the 5th.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Wow, San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Dodgers trail the Brewers 1-0. Top of the sixth. Tyler Glasnow back out there. He misses inside. Ball one on William Contreras. 2, 3, and 4 on the schedule for Milwaukee. 1-0. That's not even close with the slider. Ball two. Glasnow at 79 pitches after missing the zone twice here in the sixth. His 80th pitch is on the way. And that clips the inside corner, 2-1. Brewers got on the board their last trip to the plate in the fifth. An RBI double from Caleb Durbin in the 8th spot of their order. Glasnow misses a hair high, ball 3. They make life more stressful on yourself when constantly pitching from behind like Glasnow is. And granted, only 1 run across, 4 strikeouts in 5 innings. On a 3-1, Contreras fouls away a second strike, and that fills up the count.
It looks like Glasnow's telling himself something as far as trying to get his mechanics on the right track again. He's stretching out his hand out on his glove side.
And deals the payoff pitch, and it's strike 3, tipped into the glove of Will Smith. Out number 1 of the 6th.
Hey, that worked. Celebrate Teoscar Hernandez Tuesday when the Twins are here at 7:10. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a special Teoscar Hernandez bobblehead presented by Daiso. For tickets and more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Now Jackson Chourio chops the first pitch over the head of Tommy Edman, who is drawn in a little bit at third. It just bounces over Edman into left field for a 1-out base hit. That was just tomahawked by Chourio, so he finds a way to get on in front of Christian Yelich. Now, before the San Francisco series, prior to the break, Tommy Edman playing the hot corner is not something he saw hardly ever in his career. Just 1 start there in the last 5 years. Well, then made back-to-back starts against the Giants, appeared in all 3 games at third. Now starting the first game out of the All-Star break at third. Yelich fouls away strike 1 into the net. A runner on and 1 out in the 6th. The Brewers up on the Dodgers 1-0.
Well, it is Ron Say night. Tommy Edman can't fly like a penguin.
The 0-1 from Glasnow. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Just pumped 98 by Yelich.
Yelich has just been overpowered by Glasnow in his first 2 at-bats. He had no shot in his last one in the 4th inning when he struck out swinging.
On the 0-2, Yelich strikes out swinging. But Tyler Glasnow disposes of Christian Yelich on 3 pitches.
He got Yelich to swing at strike 3 up at the letters in the 4th inning. That one was down in the strike zone, so changing eye levels even with the fastball.
Now 2 outs, runner still on first. Andrew Vaughn, the batter. The righty swings at the first pitch and skies it to shallow center field. Pages comes in, calls off Conforto, and calmly makes the catch just left of center to retire the side. Chourio's 1-out base hit, left on the base pass in the middle of the 6th. The Dodgers still.
You're lauded by your teammates for your low-key vibe, Taurus, but you also deserve your moment underneath the stadium lights. One way to drum up some extra attention could be by sharing your journey from youth baseball to the major leagues. Fans will be riveted to hear your story, which ultimately leads to becoming a star player.
Brewers on its official home.
The Dodgers can break through against Quinn Priester. Bottom of the sixth, bottom of the order for LA. Kim, Edman, and then Ohtani. First pitch, strike one to Ha-Seong Kim, who's 0 for 1. He lined out to center. Even now, just his second plate appearance. That is how good Quinn Priester has been tonight. Misses down and in with ball one. So you have to give credit to Quinn Priester, who's been on a roll coming into tonight's outing, DB.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what he's doing so well to keep these Dodger batters off balance. But like you said, a big key is getting strike one. And he's been efficient. And the big key in this game early on was when the Dodgers had something working.
2 balls and 2 strikes after Kim taps one off the plate, foul.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, a 1-out double by Freddie Freeman, and then Will Smith hit a rocket to the third baseman, Durbin, who doubled off Freeman at second. That was the Dodgers' best opportunity to tie this game.
The 2-2. Kim with a base hit up the middle into center field. Tying run on for the Dodgers in the 6th. And Ha-Seong Kim gets things started in this inning, which is brought to you by SoCal Chevy. The hardworking Chevy Silverado is built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today. Go shopping right now at SoCalChevy.com.
Let's see how many opportunities Tommy Edman gives Ha-Seong Kim to try to steal second base.
Dodgers down 1-0, bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch. Edman takes it, and it's strike one called on the outer third. Priester with 8 strikeouts so far, tied for the second most in his career. On the 0-1, Kim holds, Edman swings, and he swings over the top of strike 2. Edman was a strikeout victim. His lone trip up there, that came back in the 3rd. Now up in the 6th, behind 0-2. Priester's pitch strikes him out. Fastball at the top of the zone. Every single one of Priester's 9 strikeouts have come on the hard stuff tonight. Now the reigning MVP in the National League, Shohei Ohtani, who is 0 for 2 with a K. Kim on first, 1 out. Priester out of the stretch. And Ohtani chops the first pitch to first base, fielded by Vaughn. He goes to second for 1, and the throw is wide off the front of the Brewer dugout. And so Ohtani is going to be safe. So Joey Ortiz at short had a chance to try and turn the double play, but his errant throw allows the 6th inning to continue.
It wasn't like Ohtani was forcing the issue either. He wasn't running full speed. Luckily for him, he wasn't. That ball might have hit him in the head.
So that is an E6 on Ortiz. Now Mookie Betts. Can he make him pay? Takes a first pitch strike. Fastball clipping the outside corner.
That pitch, that area of the strike zone gives Mookie Betts fits.
Ohtani on first, the tying run. 2 gone in the 6th. Priester's 0-1. And Betts pops it foul over the net behind home plate, and he falls behind 0-2. He is 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout in the 1st, and then a roller to 3rd in the 4th. Trying to find his swing. Priester looks over his front left shoulder at Ohtani. Deals the 0-2. And pulls it well outside. Mookie doesn't offer it, ball 1.
Well, Kim was erased at second base. He was 11 for 11 in stolen base attempts. Ohtani 12 for 16.
Ohtani takes off. The 1-2 pitch is chopped foul toward the Dodgers dugout. And so Ohtani will reset, and so will Mookie Betts. No change in the count, 1-2. The Brewers won, the Dodgers nothing here in the 6th inning. Milwaukee, so far, in going on 4 games against the Dodgers this year, they have shut down this potent lineup. Will Ohtani go again? He's leaning. He's staying. And Priester misses with ball 2, and Contreras had to dive over to his right to keep that in front of him.
Well, they're working that outer part of the plate against Mookie Betts. They know what his kryptonite is, but he's just been missing so badly. Betts hasn't offered.
Count is square 2-2. 2 outs and Ohtani on first. Priester's pitch. Ohtani takes off. The throw down to second. Skips off of Ohtani. No play to be made or no tag. But hopefully Ohtani is okay. I think the ball hit him in the midsection. He's down on a knee at second base. He is there safe with his 13th stolen base of the season. And Thomas Albert is coming out along with Will Ireton. Ohtani is telling both of them to go back. He's okay. It hit him right in the midsection on a bounce. So Albert and Ireton blew through the stop sign and went to second base, and now they're going to make a U-turn and head back to the dugout. Ohtani's signaling to the crowd he's all right. Tying run gets into scoring position, and the count is full on Betts. Ohtani still rubbing just below the sternum. Takes his lead. Priester's payoff pitch to Mookie Betts. Strike 3, just ate him up with a pitch up and in. Tied him up, and Mookie could not hold up. Quinn Priester with 10 strikeouts in 6 shutout innings. He keeps the Dodgers off the board in the 6th.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Dodgers make their first pitching change. It's presented by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow is done after 6 innings. Kirby Yates takes the mound for the top of the 7th, with the Milwaukee Brewers on top of the Dodgers 1-0. Glasnow's final line: 6 innings, 1 run, it was earned, 4 hits and a walk, 6 strikeouts, 88 pitches, 53 strikes. Yates' first pitch of the night is a strike down the pipe to Isaac Collins, the right fielder in the 6th spot of the order. It was Collins who led off the 5th with a walk, and then he scored on Durbin's double. The lone run for either side so far. The 0-1 hit high in the air to right field and deep toward the short wall. Teoscar Hernandez in front of it, and he makes the catch. That just died at the wall right next to the Brewer bullpen. That's out number 1 in the 7th. Collins with a good pass on it, but fell 3 to 5 feet shy of a leadoff home run.
And that was a Brewers fan. Front row, right in front where, right behind where Teoscar caught that ball. And he was getting out of the way. He was ducking.
Smart fan, letting the game play on the field. Ball 1 to Jake Bauers.
It was a little extreme. He was like ducking.
Just wanted to make sure Teo had personal space and space to make the catch. 1-0. Bauers with the foul ball back below our booth. That's strike 1.
Celebrate Dodger legend Fernando Valenzuela tomorrow night versus the Brewers. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a special Fernando bobblehead presented by Bank of America. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
The 1-1. Bauers swings through strike 2. And on a night where Ronce was inducted into the Legends of Dodger Baseball, of course, Fernando Valenzuela, one of those, the number retired. And of course, in a perfect world, we would be celebrating with Fernando this weekend. A 1-2 pitch from Yates, not even close, up and away. It slipped out of his fingers, 2-2.
I miss just spending time with him while I was eating dinner and he was drinking his coffee. He would have his Mexican baseball team on his iPhone, and we watch it together, and he'd explain to me who's good, who's bad.
The 2-2 rolled to the right side into the glove of Kim, a snow cone, but he twirls around and gets it to Freddie for out number 2. Top of the 7th brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com.
I would ask things about Fernando's career, and he would tell me, read it in my book. You don't have a book, and none's pending a release.
I'll have to dig up the memoirs that he hid somewhere. 2 outs and the base is empty in the 7th. Dodgers down 1-0. Caleb Durbin swings at the first pitch and fouls it off the top of the net and over the net, strike 1. Durbin is 1 for 2. RBI double his last trip to the plate in the 5th.
Speaking of Fernando, this would be the inning he would be leaving Dodger Stadium because his job was over, and he would gloat as he was walking by us.
Yeah, no doubt. Yates misses down and in, a ball and a strike on Durbin. Never seen him one time. I said, Fernando, where are you going? I said, see you, kid. Oh, all right.
Don't ask too many questions.
Nope. 1-1. That is a splitter that tails inside. Ball 2 on Durbin. The Dodger Stadium, first game out of the All-Star break. The Dodgers have the best record in the National League. The Brewers hot on their heels. Swinging a foul ball back into the net. Squares the count 2-2. And this stadium is sort of waiting for a shot of life. The Dodgers getting shut out up to this point. They have just 3 hits. And so the cold offense that we saw going into the break, and Quinn Priester has made sure it's still here out of the break. Yates misses with ball 3 inside. Full count on Durbin. Now, last year, the Dodgers, they lost 8 of 11 going into the All-Star break, including 6 of the last 7, but they came out of the All-Star break winning 5 in a row. They're trying to replicate that here in 2025. 3-2 pitch, hit well, center field. Pages on his horse, on the track, at the wall. It is gone. Caleb Durbin having a night at Dodger Stadium. He goes to dead center field to double the Brewer lead. He has driven in both runs. It's now 2-0 Milwaukee.
And that was the pitch up right where the meat part of the bat could connect the way it did by Durbin. Just a mistake pitch by Kirby Yates, getting that ball elevated out and over the plate.
And Durbin yelling at himself, let's go, as he rounds the bases. Another home run allowed by the Dodger bullpen. That has been a huge bugaboo and a consistent red flag throughout the year. 2 outs, the base is empty still. 2-0 Milwaukee. Ball 1 to Joey Ortiz. And so Kirby Yates, his frustrations building on the mound after that 2-out solo home run. Ortiz fouls a strike back. Levels the count, 1 aside.
That's the 6th home run given up by Kirby Yates in only 28 or 29 innings of work this year. That's been problematic not only for Yates, but the entire Dodger bullpen, giving up too many home runs.
Ball 2 inside, and that is why you see the reports coming from the insiders around Major League Baseball, the trade deadline a couple of weeks away, and that the Dodgers, despite their offseason spending spree, fortifying not just the back end of the bullpen, but the roster and the staff as a whole, reportedly in the market for a high leverage arm. Swinging a foul ball back, 2-2 for Yates against Ortiz. And specifically for the Dodgers, a right-on-right specialist, meaning a right-handed reliever who can get right-handed hitters out.
Well, Andrew Friedman's on record as saying that back in May. That's what he's looking for when Evan Phillips was lost for the year.
Popped up. Will Smith in front of the plate tosses the mask, settles underneath, the final out of the 7th inning. But the Brewers add another. Caleb Durbin is adding another. It's Caleb Durbin 2, and the Dodgers nothing as we stretch in L.A.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Milwaukee making a pitching change, presented by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. Quinn Priester was shoving, just dominating the Dodgers. 6 shutout innings, just 3 hits, no walks, 10 strikeouts, just 77 pitches. And the Brewers are going to their bullpen in the bottom of the 7th. Abner Uribe to face Freddie Freeman. First pitch outside, ball 1. Uribe faced the Dodgers twice in Milwaukee before the break. An inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts. No hits and no runs against him. He has been outstanding for Pat Murphy's club this year. Swing and a miss, strike 1, as Freddie just got a piece of that ball in and out of the glove of Contreras. So what do you think of the Brewers making this change here, DB?
Thank you very much. If you're the Dodgers.
That's certainly the way you got to approach it, because Quinn Priester wasn't allowing the Dodgers to do anything. Ball 2 outside from Uribe. Changes behind Uribe in the field. Jackson Churio, who started in center, is now in right. Isaac Collins moves over to left. Jake Bowers is out of the game. Blake Perkins is playing center field. Freddie lays off a breaking ball low. 3-1. Dodgers trail 2-0, bottom of the 7th. Bloop and a blast away from tying it up. On a 3-1, Freeman pulls a second strike into the Brewer dugout, bounces in there.
Here's the biggest difference players today tell me compared to when Ron Say was playing. Okay, you got the starter out of the game, Quinn Priester, who was dealing, but now you got Uribe in this game throwing 99 and then spinning 87 at you.
Ball 4 outside, 100 from Uribe, but a 1.5 feet away. That'll bring the tying run to the plate with Will Smith. So Uribe comes out of the pen and issues the dreaded leadoff walk that hurt Tyler Glasnow back in the 5th inning. The Dodgers looking to return the favor in the 7th. Will Smith at the plate. First pitch is ball 1 outside. Fastball at 99. Smith is 1 for 2. Base hit and then a hard line out, and ended up as a double play in the 4th. The 1-0. Smith tries to check his swing. The Brewers appeal and win it. They say he went around. It's 1-1. Now, Will Smith has been so clutch, not just this season, but throughout his Dodger career. Waits on a 1-1. Uribe misses low and away with the fastball. That's ball 2.
Everybody wants to know what's his secret. Why is Will Smith so good in these situations? He told me he just treats it as another at-bat, doesn't try to overemphasize it.
Freeman on first, no outs in the 7th. The 2-1 to Smith. Swings and fouls back a fastball into the net. That squares the count up 2-2.
He also told me he's not afraid of 2-strike counts. He's not afraid to get to this point of the count.
He's got a 780 OPS with 2 strikes. One of the very best in the world in these spots. Here comes the 2-2. And Smith lifts a fly ball to shallow left field. Coming in is Collins. And he makes the catch. So Freeman retreats back to first. The Dodgers will have a couple more shots with the tying run to the plate. Next up will be Teoscar Hernandez. Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Let's see if Teoscar Hernandez can recapture that magic that he was so good at early in the season.
I was just going to ask you, DB, why not now for Teoscar Hernandez? Came off the injured list and seemingly lost the magic. But this man has supplied so much of that magic in his first year and a half wearing Dodger blue. It's a mound visit from Contreras, who's brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. It has been a while since we have seen that patented Teoscar Hernandez big swing. He's the tying run at the plate in the 7th. Freeman on first and 1 out. Uribe deals, and Teoscar takes a strike. 99 dotted on the outside corner. Not much any hitter is going to try and do with that. It's the Brewers 2 and the Dodgers nothing in this series opener. The Dodgers searching for their first hit with a runner on base tonight. They're 0 for 8 so far. Teoscar hits it on the ground to short. It could be 2. It will be 2. 6, 4, 3, double play. So once again, Freddie Freeman gets on and is promptly erased by a double play ball.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's punt off.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Aaron Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Will Klein coming out of the bullpen. It's a pitching change for the Dodgers, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Dodgers behind the Brewers 2-0 in the 8th. And Will Klein's first pitch is a strike to Bryce Terang. Top of the order here for Milwaukee. The Brewers searching for insurance. 7th appearance for Klein, his ERA at 3.68. 7 in the 3rd innings. 11 strikeouts for the right-hander. Terang swings and fouls the ball on the third base side into the sweet level. Terang is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit. Klein steps into his windup. The 0-2. Misses upstairs. Tyler Glasnow for 6 strong innings. Another good step forward for him coming off the injured list. Gave up 1 run, 4 hits. A leadoff walk was the killer. 6 strikeouts. 88 pitches, 53 strikes. Swinging another foul ball back. Terang stays in there at 1-2. Then Kirby Yates came out of the pen. Got the first 2 outs of the 7th before allowing a Caleb Durbin solo home run to dead center field. So 2-0 Milwaukee. Dodgers have had chances with men on, but they have done absolutely nothing with it. 0 for 9 with men on base. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Klein pumps 100 by Terang for the first out of the 8th. Top of the 8th inning is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. Now the catcher, William Contreras. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice against Glasnow. Now facing Klein. And bending back on ball 1 up and in.
Will Klein's interesting figure for the Dodgers, or character.
A 1-0 pitch is upstairs.
They believe he has a lot of upside. He might be another one of those unknown pitchers that turn out to be an Evan Phillips, that type of guy.
It's 2-0. And misses the outside corner, 99 in the right arm. He's definitely got high-octane stuff.
They got to teach him that sweeper. Then he can be in the Evan Phillips category.
We sending our best to Evan as he recovers from elbow surgery. A 3-0 pitch, and Contreras is swinging away. It's a base hit into center field with 1 out in the 8th inning. Time to the line drive from Contreras. Churio will step into the right side. He's 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. One on, 1 out in the 8th. 2-0 Milwaukee. First pitch fouled over the net. Strike 1.
You grew up listening to Chick Hearn, right, Steven?
Oh, yeah.
He would say, even though he was calling NBA games, this would be the point of the game where it's nervous time. Dodgers down 2. They got the bottom of the order coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Will Klein trying to establish himself here, trying to keep the score where it's at.
Good second strike on the outside corner, just dotted a fastball.
You're only going to get Ohtani, Betson, Freeman to the plate one more time, it looks like, in the bottom of the 9th inning, if it goes that far.
You can sort of hear and sense an angst in this Dodger Stadium crowd. More than 49,000 here in attendance. 0-2. Sky to center. Pajes backs up in front of the warning track, has a read on it, and he's underneath the second out of the 8th inning.
Well, they're looking for something to cheer about.
Anything, right? I mean, you certainly are happy with what you saw from Tyler Glasnow tonight, but offensively, yet again, you're looking up at the scoreboard and scratching your head, and you're like, how is this lineup throwing up so many zeros? I mean, of course, the Milwaukee Brewers can pitch. It is not a fluke. They're one of the best teams in the National League. So we're not trying to take away anything from Milwaukee, but this Dodger lineup is better than they've shown the Brewers for this year so far. That's for sure. Ball 1 inside on Christian Yelich. Yelich is 0 for 3. Struck out his last 2 times up. 2 outs, runner on first. Klein misses again inside, this time with a heater, 2-0.
The Brewers told me, or people around the team told me, Steven, that Yelich being a DH now has helped keep him on the field. And it's not a coincidence. He started to heat up with the bat at the end of May, and that's when the Brewers took over, having the best record in the NL since then.
Swings and fouls away, first strike. He's got a 24-game on-base streak entering tonight. It is yet to reach so far, but it's the second longest active streak in baseball behind Gleyber Torres of the Tigers at 25 games. But that's been the deal for Yelich. Just similar to Glasnow as a hitter. And that's a broken bat, flare to right field. It drops in front of Teoscar Hernandez. And runner comes around second to throw in. The tag is late. Dropped down there by Mookie Betts. But a broken bat, bloop base hit for Christian Yelich pushes his on-base streak to 25 games.
Right on cue.
Right on schedule, I guess. So 2 on for Andrew Vaughn, who's been a revelation since he was acquired from the White Sox. Here comes Dave Roberts. First and second, 2 down in the 8th. The Brewers threatening to extend their 2-0 lead. Bullpen is fresh on the other side of the break, and Dave Roberts is calling for it. Lou Trevino was throwing in the bullpen. He will then throw on the mound when we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carnes.
My security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog? I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted the famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Lou Trevino comes in for his 35th appearance of the season. Not all of them, of course, with the Dodgers. Inherits 2 runners on. First and second, 2 outs, top of the 8th. He's trying to keep this a 2-run deficit for the Dodgers. Andrew Vaughn digs in from the right-handed batter's box. He is 0 for 3 so far. Trevino on the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires. First pitch swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. Vaughn was acquired for Aaron Savali, veteran right-handed pitcher who had asked for a trade from the Brewers. And Vaughn, a former 3rd overall pick of the White Sox back in 2019, just never got it going on the south side of Chicago. He seems to have it going in Milwaukee. The 0-1 is ball 1 off the plate. Vaughn is 6 for 14 to start his Brewer career, for being 0 for 3 so far tonight. 2 on, 2 out. A ball and a strike to pitch. Outside. Be Michael Conforto, Andy Pages, and Ha-Seong Kim, the scheduled hitters for the Dodgers in the home half of the 8th. But what will the score be? Runners take their lead. Trevino's 2-1. Check swing. And the Dodgers appeal but lose. They say he held up. So ball 3. 3-1.
You said Vaughn coming into this game tonight is 6 for 14 with the Brewers. Half of those hits were against the Dodgers last week in Milwaukee, including a 3-run home run in his first game as a Brewer.
His first AB. And he draws a walk against Trevino to load the bases here in the 8th.
Told you it was nervous time.
And he had some aggravation at Dodger Stadium. Trying to keep faith for another comeback win. More than any other team in baseball, and they're depending on those comeback abilities yet again. Isaac Collins, the batter. The lefty swings through. Strike 1. Good pitch down and in from Trevino. Brewers 2, Dodgers nothing. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch is strike 2. Trevino needs one more. Here comes the 0-2. Up and away. Fastball at 96 from Trevino, but not close to the zone. Contreras on third, Yelich on second, Vaughn the runner on first. 2 outs in the 8th. The Dodgers trail by a pair. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, well snared by Will Smith. He just saved a run. There's a ball in the dirt, and went to his backhand and made the pick. Even count 2-2. Trevino has the ball at the letters. The pitch, chop foul on the first base side. Sun fully set. Flags not doing anything in center field. Trevino will make another effort. Another 2-2. Up and away, ball 3, and that fills the count.
Runners will be off with the pitch.
From 0-2 to 3-2. Nowhere to put Collins. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Trevino pumps the fist, points to the sky as he leaves the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. And he keeps the Dodgers within 2. Milwaukee 2. Dodgers.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's contact.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward, and that's really why I started it, to have impact.
The world champion LA Dodgers audio network never gets old.
Garrett Koenig, a left-hander, comes out of the Brewer bullpen. He was supposed to face Michael Conforto, but the Dodgers call upon Miguel Rojas to pinch hit. The Dodgers trail Milwaukee 2-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Rojas been swinging a hot bat of late. He holds the bat and watches strike one from Koenig. Rojas with a 3-game hitting streak, and in his last 18 games, he's batting close to .370. The pitch. He swings and he pops it up right side of the infield. Vaughn at first. Underneath, out number 1. Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. So Andy Pages steps in. 1 out, nobody on in the 8th. The Dodgers running out of outs. Down to their final 5 offensively. Koenig's first pitch is a strike, 97 at the knees to Pages. This is a big left-hander. He's got a funky delivery. Pages has been so good in his young career against lefties. The Dodgers need that here. So he swings over the top of a breaking ball down and in. Well executed by Koenig to get strike 2.
And the Dodgers have another righty on deck. Esterio Ruiz on deck for Hae-Sung Kim.
I'm going to be honest, I understand playing the matchups, but Hae-Sung Kim has shown in a small sample size he can hit lefties. He's a young player. I'd like to see him get more chances in these kind of situations. The 0-2 to Pages misses up and away.
That's a fair point, Steven. You want to see what you have in Kim going down the stretch.
Pages trying to battle with 2 strikes. Throughout the first half, he was great in these spots. Bouncer to short. Coming in is Ortiz. He sets his feet and fires a strike. 2 gone.
Join us at Dodger Stadium for World Champion Player Rings Night Monday against the Twins. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a special World Champion Player Ring presented by Budweiser. Celebrate our champions. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Another pinch hitter here in the 8th for Hae-Sung Kim. Esterio Ruiz. Tying run on deck. And Ruiz get the game to him. Tommy Edman and Shohei Ohtani is in the hole. Ruiz 3 for his first 12 as a Dodger. This is just his 10th game. 2 outs, nobody on. The Brewers lead 2-0. The pitch from Koenig. Upstairs, ball 1. The Dodgers have scored 4 runs in 4 games against Milwaukee, batting below 160 as a team. They've struck out 47 times against the Brewers pitching staff. 1-0, down and in toward the back foot. Another ball on Ruiz. Last time the Dodgers were shut out, you got to go back to the first week of June on the road in St. Louis. It's their 4th shutout loss, trying to avoid a 5th, but they got some work to do. 2-0. Ruiz was a statue taking a strike down the pipe. 95 in the heart.
That was the game Sonny Gray started against the Dodgers, and he was pitching backwards. He had them off kilter all night.
On a 2-1, Ruiz shoots the ball to right field, but it's going to hang up for Churio to make the catch. So Koenig pitches a 1-2-3/8 out of the bullpen. Keeps the Brewers ahead by a pair as we move along to the top of the 9th here.
price. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the ninth is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877 Cars for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. Cars with a K. Donate your car today. Trevino's first pitch bunted to third base side by Blake Perkins. Miguel Rojas won't have a throw. It's a bunt base hit from Perkins. Here to start the top of the ninth. The Brewers trying to add some breathing room for Trevor McGill, their closer. So Perkins, in his first plate appearance, was just called back up by Milwaukee. Finds his way aboard in front of Caleb Durbin. And Durbin right now is the player of the game. He's responsible for both Brewer runs. Trevino out of the stretch. And Durbin bunts it to the right side, fielded by Freeman. He goes to second for one, and they're only going to get one. So it's a 3-4 fielder's choice for Durbin, trying to get insurance runner into scoring position. Instead, he takes the place of Perkins, and now there's one out.
Shortstop number 3, Joey Ortiz.
Now the last of the order, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. Ortiz is 0 for 3 so far. Trevino gives him a first pitch strike. Lou Trevino came out of the bullpen in the top of the eighth. First and second, 2 out. He walked a batter to load the bases, then struck out Collins to end the threat. Now out for some more work in the ninth, trying to keep it a 2-0 ball game. Delivers strike 2 to Ortiz. Durbin on first, 1 out in the ninth. McGill, the closer, is warming in the right field bullpen. In the Dodger bullpen, Anthony Banda is throwing. Trevino, close stance, pickoff attempt, and no play to get Durbin. In the bottom of the ninth, the Dodgers will send Edman, Ohtani, and Betts to the plate, trying to rally against Milwaukee. Trevino's 0-2 is a base hit into left field. So a 2-strike knock for Joey Ortiz. Durbin going from first to third, and Estrella Ruiz's throw is way off the mark. Trevino was backing things up, but that gives an extra base to Ortiz. So it was a line drive base hit to left field, and then an error on Ruiz, who came off the bench to pinch hit in the top of the eighth. Playing the field in the bottom half, creates an error and all kinds of problems for the Dodgers. Now it's second and third with 1 out. Infield has to come in. Bryce Terang, the leadoff batter, is going to be at the plate. There's a mound visit from the Dodger infield. I imagine this is to give Anthony Banda some time to warm up. Banda, the lefty, and Terang, a left-handed hitter. So right now, Will Smith, Lou Trevino, Miguel Rojas, Mookie Betts, and Tommy Edman on the mound. This visit's going to be broken up by Roberto Ortiz, the home plate umpire. And now here comes Dave Roberts. So that's exactly what that visit was designed to do. Give Banda an extra moment, an extra beat to finish his warm-up tosses in the pen. Throw a couple more on the mound. Second and third, 1 out, top of the ninth inning, a big spot where Banda is trying to hold the line and keep the Dodgers within striking distance. We'll be right back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
Well, it's a tough spot for Anthony Banda. It comes out of the bullpen and inherits runners on second and third, one out in the ninth inning. The Dodgers are already down 2-0. So if they want a higher chance of coming back in the bottom of the ninth, you really got to keep the Brewers off the board here. But a throwing error by Esteury Ruiz gave Joey Ortiz an extra base, took the double play off the table for the Dodgers. So instead of first and third one out, it's second and third one out. The infield has to come in. Bryce Terang, the leadoff batter, is 1 for 4 tonight. He's at the plate. .274 hitter on the season. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. And so we talked about it the last half inning, how we thought maybe you leave Ha-Seong Kim in to hit against the lefty. But they go with Ruiz, it's fine. You think his speed, his bat can play with the matchup, create havoc. But now you have him in the outfield. The 0-1 from Banda, and Terang doesn't bite at the slider low and away. And Ruiz, who, again, not regarded for his glove in any spot in the outfield, but you have James Outman on the bench, who is a plus defender. So if you want to keep the game close, then why not go with that? But it's a question for later. Slider in the dirt, well picked by Will Smith. He saved a run. That's the second time we've seen Smith do that here in the later innings. Last time it was the backhand. This time the forehand. Flipped the glove over to his left side and snared the short hopper in the dirt. Banda's 2-1 pitch to Terang is on the way. Bouncer to Mookie Betts comes in. He's coming home. The throw, the tag, in time to get him. The throw, it took Smith up the first base line, and the Dodger catcher had to swing back around and tag him, and now Will Smith is a little slow to get up. Betts was charging in, throwing on the run. Thomas Albert, the Dodgers athletic trainer, coming out to check on the Dodger backstop. So Will Smith, he was kicked in the head. He was kicked in the head as Perkins was coming home, a head-first slide, trying to swim around and tag with his right arm. His two legs came forward, and they caught Will Smith. Now, Smith is staying in the game. The Dodgers have gone back to the dugout, Dave Roberts and Thomas Albert. There are now 2 outs in the top of the ninth inning. Ortiz advanced to third on the play, so there are Brewers at the corners with 2 down for William Contreras. Banda has to hunker down to get this final out. Here's the pitch. It misses up and away. Ball 1. Well, part 1 of the equation complete for the Dodgers. Ground ball to the drawn-in infield. Now they got to get the second out, or the last out, I should say. A runner takes off for second, and Terang has it without a play. It is a stolen base for Terang. So it's second and third. The Dodgers aren't concerned with his run. They're trying to get Contreras at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Banda at the belt, deals. Hit high in the air, left field. It is hooking foul. That was hit a ton, landed in the Loge level, but on the wrong side of the pole, or for the Dodgers, the right side of the pole. That's a long and loud strike one on Contreras. 2-0 Milwaukee. Top of the ninth, 2 on, 2 out. Now a 2-1 pitch from Banda. It's sort of a half swing, and it's foul back in the net. That evens the count, 2-2. Banda needs but 1 more strike. Can he keep the deficit at 2? The deuce is wild. The 2-2 pitch misses outside, ball 3. And a count that is full. Banda leans in, peers over his front right shoulder. The runner on third. Now focuses for the payoff. Ground ball to short. Mookie Betts picks it up off the dirt, shuffles and throws. Got him at short. So second and third, 1 out, no problems for Anthony Banda and the Dodger bullpen. They keep the team within 2. 3 more outs in the bottom of the ninth to score it.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what he is. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Dodgers history. Feel the championship pride and slide into the ballpark with your favorite people for an unforgettable night. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. You're listening to LA Dodgers baseball.
On top of the mountain.
On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
It's Friday night, so everything is popping.
All right, here you go. Bottom of the ninth inning, the Dodgers trail the Brewers 2-0. They have 3 outs to score at least 2 runs. Here's the problem. Trevor McGill is taking the ball. He is the Brewers' closer, an all-star right-hander who throws absolute gas. The Dodgers faced him twice in Milwaukee. He struck out 5 of the 6 Dodgers that he faced in his 2 innings of work. He will face Tommy Edman, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts in the 9th inning. Closed stance, kicks and fires, strike 1 on Edman. McGill, right-hander, his back right leg is on the first base side of the rubber. Then his front left leg seemingly on the third base side of the mound. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt. Edman trying to get on and bring Ohtani to the plate as the tying run. McGill debuted with the Cubs 4 years ago. Really struggled his first couple of seasons, but he has turned it on the last 2. The 1-1. It is called ball 2. That was 99 at the knees. Not sure where that missed because it didn't miss. But Edman, he's not going to ask questions. 2 balls and a strike. McGill not wasting any time. Here's the pitch. Edman with a bouncer off his glove. It dribbles away from him. He gets it quickly and throws to first for out number 1. So good work by McGill not to allow that play to speed up on him. The Dodgers down to their last 2 outs. So you're looking toward the MVPs. Ohtani to the plate, Betts to the on-deck circle, Freeman in the hole. The Brewers 2, the Dodgers nothing. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. McGill's first pitch, and Ohtani swings away high in the air left field side. Shouldn't be a problem for Collins. He is camped out in left field, and underneath out number 2, the Dodgers down to their final out. So Mookie Betts will try and continue the ball game.
Shortstop, number 50, Mookie Betts.
Mookie's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. His average down to 241. 2 outs, bases clear. The first pitch from McGill, and Betts takes strike 1 on the outer third. It looks like a breaking ball from McGill. Well, the hope for Mookie was that the All-Star break did his swing some good. Can he show that here? The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, charging. Ortiz at short, bare hand, throws on the run. Got him! Oh, that is a sparkling play by Joey Ortiz to end the ball game. And the Milwaukee Brewers come to Los Angeles, and they hand the Dodgers their 5th shutout loss of the year. They take the series opener 2-0, and they have clinched the season series against the Dodgers, having won each of the first 4 games. See, you thought about the Dodgers limping into the All-Star break, having lost 7 of 9 before the break. They did win their last 2, but the offense was quiet. Was the time off going to help awaken the bats? We got our answer tonight. And the Brewers pitching staff once again shut down LA 2-0 the final. The Dodgers fall to 58-40, and the Brewers, meanwhile, 57-40 after the victory. Remember, improves to 8-2, 6 shutout frames. Tyler Glasnow, what a tough luck loss.